A British teen who was found collapsed on the landing outside of his room at a children's home died August from using too much spray-on deodorant.
Oh, my God.
16-year-old Thomas Townsend died from circulation collapse caused by butane gas inhalation.
Holy cow. It was Axe, wasn't it? It was too much sexy. It was like his heart palpitated when all the girls were pounding on the door like frenzied, crazy, sex-hungry animals.
Yes, he didn't die from that. He died from being suffocated from the girls crawling all over him.
Yeah, I think if Axe doesn't have a warning on their bottles, they should put one on there.
I tell you, I have a teenager, and I don't think it's possible to overdose on deodorant spray. I mean, if there's a line of too much deodorant for a teenager to wear, my daughter hasn't found it yet.
You could say, just try.
Please,
try it. I'd like to see
Lord.
you try it. If you start smelling too flowery and
I'll let you know,
right? Yeah, you sound too much like a keg of potpourri, baby.
Potpourri?
Potpourri?
Potpourri? That's all
Potpourri?
Right. Depends on what dispensary you're getting it from. Hey, I'm Bill Hermann. That's Jason Jones, and welcome to the Bill and Jason Show. Thanks again for joining us for another week.
It is.
Yeah, and it's like the end of January, man.
Yes. Remember? Goals.
A lot of us, goals.
You were going to set goals.
Really?
Were you going to set goals, right? That thing you talked about like in the last week of the year and then seem to forget, falls out of your head.
March or
a little later on.
May. No, I haven't done it. My goal was to get to the end of January. A few more days to go.
Well, congratulations.
Woo, I'm going to have a party.
It's kind of like celebrating taking a shower.
Oh, man. It's just, after the wedding season and corporate season, company party season, all I did was lay down and take a nap for like a month. Except for these little shows. And I did have a goal to be here in the basement studios of the Bill and Jason Show every Thursday to do this show. And so far, so good.
Yes, you have reliably showed up every single time.
Yeah.
That was realistic and attainable.
Right. And the goal thing, everybody talks about the goal thing every year, but I mean, who does it and how important really? I mean,
well, it depends on what you want to do with your time. The one finite thing that we have is time. You can make more money, you can make more of everything, you can make more love, but you can't make more time.
I can make more love. You hear that, honey? Pay attention. Jason, say it again.
Yeah, the song All By Myself is playing, bro. So,
I want to be all by myself.
Making more love. It's
In
kind of a
all the
mashup.
wrong places. Wait,
anyway, we derailed this conversation.
Really reading the police blotter.
So how do you know? So one of the things, like, how do I know that I'm actually setting a goal or setting a good goal, or what goals should I set for myself? Because like you said, like showering every day, it's not really much of a goal, right? It's like, I mean, you could try to get your wife to celebrate that one, especially if you've been chronically unshowering. Yeah. But other than that, it's like mowing the lawn or doing anything else that's doable. So Peter Drucker actually came up with what has become the standardized method for goal setting, which is like
Peter Drucker is.
He's a country music singer.
Oh, okay, great.
No, he's
was he picking or grinning?
No, he's systems management is what he's most known for, writing about that, and he came up with this acronym called SMART goals. So it's specific, measurable, realistic, attainable, and time-based goals.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and it's a really good model to be able to test your goal to make sure that it's like, okay, so this is something that I can clearly can do.
Right.
Instead of saying like, this month I'm going to write a novel. Well, that's not a goal, right?
Whoa. That's actually a pretty good goal if you are a writer. So why is that not a goal?
Well, if you actually are able to structure out the time to do that, see, that's like people put it on their to-do list, like write a novel this month, right? And it's virtually physically impossible unless you like literally go into a cave and like write it for 24 hours a day. Now, anything is possible in the sense that could be done.
Yeah.
However, that's not something that is considered like realistic or attainable in the structure that's available to actually be able to accomplish that.
Okay.
Like, are you actually going to win? Because you want to set yourself up to win with your goals. Okay. So one of the things that can hijack your goals, especially your long-term goals, is making it when you think of attainable or realistic. And we'll do an example of this because it's like you want to think, well, I want this to be something that I can accomplish, right? Which kind of is starting to teeter on doable.
Right,
Okay?
but I mean, by who's according to who? You know what I mean? Attainable according to, if I have to choose a goal and make it attainable, then that's according to something, right? According to
Well,
who?
typically it's according to what you know right now that you could do to actually accomplish that goal.
Okay.
So it doesn't account for all the things that the resources, the people you know who know things, the studying or learning you can do, your ability to solve problems, your ability to lead. Those factors aren't taken into just like, well, what do I know? What could I do? What could I figure out right in this moment of everything I need to do to accomplish that? And if you can't figure all that out, that's okay. That's okay because you are resourceful and you're smart and you're able to solve problems and you're able to lead, or you're willing to develop and grow into that. Now, let's give an example.
Well,
just think about yourself.
Okay, well, let me stop you for a second. Doesn't that speak to the attainability, though? If, in fact, I look at this goal and I want to write a novel, and then, is it attainable? Well, probably not, because I got to do this and this and this, so now it's not attainable. You know what I mean? If I put all those things in the way of me, because I know what I know now is that I can't write a goal. I can't write a novel, rather, because of all these reasons. So now I'm get back to I can't do it, right? Or what am I missing?
Okay, so you're setting your goal, and then you begin with what you know that you can do right now. Like, what resources do you have, and what do you know that you have right now to do? Let's look backwards, for example.
Okay.
For Chris, look at your career, right? So think of 12 years ago, or let's say 15 years ago,
Yeah.
and what you were doing in your shows 15 years ago versus now. Now, if you had set a goal to achieve where you are right now 15 years ago, would you have had everything that you need or known everything you needed to do to actually achieve it at that time?
No.
Right. So actually what you had done is you grew into that goal. So you had to actually expand, you had to develop, you had to grow.
But if I had set that goal, I would have had to look at things that I would have. I mean, if I wouldn't have set that goal according to attainability. I mean, you have to set a goal beyond what you think is attainable to then go say I need to find things out. I mean,
yeah.
So what am I missing?
Speaking to your long-term goals.
Right.
Well, the thing is you can hijack it by thinking, well, what's attainable? Well, I know I can do this, so therefore it's attainable.
Right.
So what I'm inviting you to take into consideration is those resources, like your ability to solve problems, your ability to find resources, to
so set goals that are,
and your willingness to develop yourself to grow into achieving your goal, not just based off the current capacity you have right in the moment.
So we are then looking at what we have right in the moment and then looking beyond that.
Yeah.
And that's the goal you're looking for. So beyond attainable, at least within what you think is attainable.
Right. So much so that it scares you, like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to put myself on the line for this.
That's very true.
Ooh, maybe I should back off and, go celebrate mowing the lawn. It's because the thing is, nothing you'll celebrate will ever be as sweet as actually celebrating achieving that which you did not really think was possible when you began.
I really get that.
And that is like the best and most amazing celebration. So don't hijack your goals and do big things.
That's a great idea. So do you have goals? And what was the attainability within that? And something, I think that this is such a big subject, and in fact that we got to SM&A. Next week, let's talk about R&T.
SM&A. S&M. We weren't going to talk about
smart goals. S-M-A-R-T, right? So anyway, we got to attainability. Let's talk about R&T next week.
Specific and time-based.
Yeah, no problem. Let's do that. And check in with us next week on the Bill and Jason Show. See you later.
Broadcasting from high atop planet Earth at a rate of 96 kilobytes sampled per second over the interweb in an effort to stop glorifying being busy. This has been an entertainment experience production.